In 1983, an entire Soviet town vanished overnight. But what investigators found in the snow should not exist. There's a place in northern Siberia where no birds sing, no engines run, and the temperature can drop to -50 degrees. A place the Soviet government erased from its maps and from its archives. But in 1991, 8 years after the town mysteriously emptied, 3 researchers returned to what was left. Their notes were never meant to be seen. Some were burned, some were locked away, but a few pages survived. Tonight, we're going to open those pages, because what they found frozen beneath the snow changes everything we thought we knew about this place, and about what lives in the dark. Cask 17. Officially, it never existed. Unofficially, it was built in 1954 as a mining settlement, one of dozens hidden across the Siberian tundra. But unlike the others, Cask 17 wasn't on any public map, not even after the fall of the USSR. It had between 2,000 and 3,000 residents, workers, children, families. And one thing that stood out, a government scientific outpost located just outside the town. No one knew what they were studying. Locals said they worked at night, lights glowing behind frosted windows. And then, on February 12th, 1983, every single person disappeared. The official report claims a sudden polar superstorm forced an immediate evacuation. But that raises one big problem. Everything inside the town was left exactly as if life had stopped mid-sentence. Dinners still warm on tables. A schoolroom with chairs knocked over as if the children ran without a word. A car abandoned in the street, headlights still on. The engine frozen solid. Evacuations are chaotic, yes. But not like this. Not with no bodies, no tracks, no explanation. And there was something else, something the Soviets tried to hide. The temperature inside several homes was warm, even though the heaters were off. 3 days before the disappearance, multiple residents reported hearing a sound, like metal scraping beneath the ground. Miners said they felt a tremor, not like an earthquake, more like something shifting. Then, witnesses described something falling from the sky, a flash, a streak of white light, and an impact somewhere beyond the mines. That same night, military trucks entered the town, a mobile lab, armed guards. The entire scientific outpost went into lockdown. And then, silence. What happened between that night and February 12th is still classified. But in 1991, the researchers who returned found something buried near the mining complex. A metallic fragment, smooth, seamless, cold to the touch, even in sub-zero temperatures. Their report says, material composition unknown, non-ferrous, no signs of oxidation, glitch. One page is torn out. The researchers were ready to leave, convinced the town was a victim of abandonment and secrecy. But then they saw them. Footprints, human-shaped, but with 6 toes, leading from the mine entrance, straight toward the center of the town. And here's the part that still terrifies experts today. The footprints appeared warm, meaning whatever made them had body heat strong enough to melt through layers of ice. And yet, there were no bodies, no remains, nothing. Theories exploded after the documents were leaked, but 3 stand above the others. Theory 1, Soviet psychotronic experiment. A secret weapon meant to influence thoughts. If it malfunctioned, it could have induced mass hallucination, panic, or even caused the population to walk out into the tundra. Theory 2, Non-terrestrial contamination. The object that fell from the sky carried something infectious, something that altered human physiology. The 6 fingerprints, evidence of transformation, or something that survived after the town died. Theory 3, something ancient beneath the ice. Local hunter legends speak of the Whisperer, a presence beneath the ground that imitates human voices. Miners heard sounds, children complained of nightmares. Some think the mine opened something that should have stayed buried. The 3 researchers who explored Cask 17 in 1991 all reported the same dream afterward. A frozen town, and a figure standing in the snow, motionless, watching them. 2 of them refused to ever return. One disappeared a year later while traveling in Siberia, and the fragment they recovered, the one they sent to Moscow, it was lost in transit. No explanation, no investigation, just gone. So what really happened to Cask 17? A failed experiment, a contamination, or did something wake up beneath the ice and take everyone with it? If you want me to open more Soviet ghost files the public was never meant to see, subscribe. We're just getting started.